Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of ZooCrafting! If you see behind me, this is the carnage that we wrought when we blew up parts of the fort. It's kind of impressive. We're gonna have to do some repair work to get it back in shape where it actually looks like something. It's gonna keep some of the damage and we'll put some things to make it look like it's aging and crumbling. I don't know why I'm shutting that door anymore. But yeah, so that'll be another task. But today, I wanted to show you the fort because it's nearly finished. And then we're going to continue on and I'm going to show you plans for the rest of Pirate's Alley. So instead of swimming, which is my usual habit, we're going to take the teleporter. And we're in the fort's courtyard. It's a little bit different than the last time you guys saw it, I'm sure, because there's a lot more plants. There's rooftops. Rooftops! I had to grow a lot of bamboo for these rooftops, you guys. And the galley has been set up a little bit more. So we're gonna start, we always have to choose one place to start, but we're gonna start over here because this is, you know, where you would come if you were swimming from over there or climbing the walls. So you come in, here's your woodworker. Again, it's a Steve party, much like in the Oceanarium entrance, but they don't do much yet. They're still working on moving in and that kind of thing, but eventually, you know, the woodworker and the mason and the blacksmith will all have some sort of like quest line thing, since it's their job to help repair the fort's walls. That's what they'll be working on, and you can kind of help them along on that quest for rewards and things like that. I don't think you'll be able to buy anything from them here because they'll have market stalls over in the town, and I'll show you where that will be here in a little bit. But yeah, I mostly added roofs. I think that was the main thing that changed since the last time you guys saw. I'm gonna have to rethink the sliding thing. I was holding off on putting all of my glowstone around the carpenter's blocks because I didn't really want to lose it when I blew up the walls. So I might do that a little bit later as well. And then over here we have the weapons master. We have a couple of soldiers inhabiting the barracks. They don't do much yet. They're not very soldiery, but that's okay. They're in a time of peace now. Even though pirates have taken over and they were attacked by pirates and all that, they're a little bit take it one step at a time, island style. I guess that's the way that you could call it. But yeah, I also added in a bunch of sandstone kind of to act as paths, which is why there's a lot of greenery in between. Since there are sandy spots, I figured we could make it a little bit different. Look at that, aww, the pirate's saying hello to William. That's adorable. Oh my goodness. And then over here we have the galley. I'm considering doing a divinsing sign. We're gonna have some sort of sign so that people know the name of this place. But we'll probably put the divinsing sign maybe here or over here. I'm not entirely sure. I changed this ceiling just so that you could see in a little bit when you're sitting down. We have our cook. These names are not permanent either. It's a Steve party and they're all masquerading. I haven't got it quite down how I want to set it up yet, but that is a work in progress. And then I added some fairy lights up in the trees, just to make it look a little bit less militarized, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's all very exciting. And torches have been reduced, so I'll have to come up with some sort of lighting in the center of the courtyard as well. But yeah, so that is the fort. I think it looks kind of fantastic. The plants add a lot to it, I think. Oh, another thing that I'm thinking about adding that I haven't quite yet is a little fishing spot over here, because, you know, maybe they stock this little pond, have a tool rack with a couple fishing rods if anybody wants to come over and try to fish for something. So we're gonna go out this way, and we are in the wilderness again. So yeah, that is the fort. I added rooftops to the towers on each corner. They look a little bit weird at the moment, but I might reshape them. It's kind of hard with these diagonal walls to get something that looks good, especially with the bamboo, since it goes wonky when it's in carpenter's blocks. But we'll see. So, like I said, the rest of the plan today is to kind of go through, walk through the rest of Pirates Alley, show you guys what I'm planning on doing, maybe start clearing up some things so that we can get crack-a-lackin' on the rest, because this fort has taken a very long time, and it feels good to be nearly done. I still have to set up all of the NPCs and things like that, but, you know, that's okay. Can't do everything all at once. And before we go any further with this tour, I am going to insert a picture of the map that I always refer to, and it's now buried under a couple hundred tweets or so. So it'll be here, and I'll link it down below if you guys want to refer to it, if you can read my handwriting. So over here in this area, we kind of took over where I was thinking about putting the stingray exhibit, but somewhere over here will be the stingray exhibit. We'll probably try to use parts of this existing pool and connect it out to this open ocean. And that also assumes that I'm able to find some stingrays in this world, because they can be few and far between. I'm gonna go ahead and... Are you clams? No, you're not clam and sand. Speaking of clams, our next adventure will be going to try to collect some clams and sand for the stingray exhibit. So we'll be working on the stingray exhibit next. We might not have any stingrays to fill it, but we sure are going to work on it. So yeah, and then we'll probably try to flatten this hill. We're gonna have to clear out all of this dead grass. Try to flatten down this hill. And over here on this little peninsula, I can't remember if I went through most of this, but we're gonna go all the way around, and I don't think I've done that yet. This is starting to sound a little bit familiar, so bear with me for a minute. This is the official planning tour of Pirates Alley, even though it might be slightly repetitive at the beginning here. But over here, we're gonna put some crabs. We're gonna have a crab exhibit, use part of this pool and a lot of the sand, since the crab species that we have, we can always try to work on a new skin texture as well. The crab species that we have are land crabs. So that'll be fun. So the crabs will go over on this peninsula, and all through here there's going to be a town. I'm not entirely sure every animal that we're going to put on exhibit here. Up here they're going to be tortoises, and this is a Caribbean area, mostly. It's a little bit easier to focus on a region in addition to an ecosystem. So it'll be mostly Caribbean. Tortoises, there's at least one species of tortoise in the Caribbean. So we can work on that up here. We'll set his exhibit up on the top of this mountain. We'll probably flatten it a little bit to give more space. And it's sunsetting, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't think I have a bed. I really should carry a bed with me. Oh well. We can do this trek in the nighttime? No, that's probably a bad idea. But all through here, there's going to be a town with, it's like a Caribbean town and things like that. And over here, we're going to have some sea turtles. Maybe a couple of species of sea turtles. Hello, fish. You're so pretty. You're like a clownfish. That's cool. So we'll have some sea turtles over here. We might use part of the beach as a sea turtle nesting ground, or we might put it over on an island or something like that, which is actually relatively close. That's not bad. That would get it away from the town. And we're gonna scoot back to the fort to sleep, because there's a lot of monsters that spawn. It's not very safe here at the moment. I really need to go through and light this place with some torches. But let us continue on. So the town is going to be kind of like the fort's little inner part. It'll be a place for trading. The pirates will be there. They'll have the actual port and things like that. Alright, I'm gonna borrow one of your sleeping bunks, soldier. Pardon me. Pardon me, I need some rest. There we go. Thank you, sirs. They don't care. They're not really not up to anything at the moment. They're like, eh, okay. So we're gonna head back and I'll show you a little bit more of what I was thinking. And, you know, the town will have gardens, they'll grow their own food. I'll be focusing on Caribbean foods. Not food, well, foods as well, but Caribbean crops and things like that. And we need to eat. We'll start off with the grape juice that Gamer Key gave us, which is delicious. Very delicious. And, oh, that's the wrong side. We'll have some coffee. We'll follow that up with some coffee. There we go. Marvelous. So through here, there will be a town. This will be the sea turtle exhibit. And, well, okay, I didn't see that one last night, but either that island, this one's a little bit bigger. So, we'll put a nesting ground somewhere. That would be really cool and really fun to do. And over here, so use your imaginations. The town's going to be here. Here's going to be the port, and there's going to be a giant pirate ship. We're going to build a pirate ship, you guys. I'm really excited. And along that line with pirate ships, somebody, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, suggested putting shipwrecks all in here. And I think that would be really fun. So we're gonna have, you know, an existing ship there, but we'll put some shipwrecks here. Like they kind of landed in the wrong spot. So we'll put a shipwreck here, maybe on the other side of the fort as well. Like they sunk a couple ships or something like that that tried to come and attack. So that'll be really fun. I am excited for that. And it's not really exhibit building, but it is pirate ships, and pirate ships I find really cool. So let's continue on. And continuing with the Caribbean theme, somewhere in here with the town is going to be the Fountain of Youth. We're going to build a Fountain of Youth somewhere. It'll be slightly hidden, but, you know, kind of adding to the myth of the Fountain of Youth that I don't know very much about, and I'll have to do some research before we make it. But, you know, maybe hiding it somewhere like here or something like that would be really fun. So over here, I'm pretty sure we visited this spot a little while ago. It's been a while. But here, we're going to have our flamingo exhibit. So they'll have some of this land, this beautiful waterfall, which we'll probably need to reform a little bit, you know, get the palm trees out of the way. But yeah, this is going to be the flamingo exhibit whenever we get flamingos. A lot of this hinges upon the assumption that we'll be able to find a lot of these animals to put on exhibits. And with that being said, if you guys have any exhibit suggestions, I would love to hear them. Keep in mind that this is kind of a coastal tropical area that focuses on Caribbean organisms. So up here, we're gonna have an aviary. I was about to say apiary, but that's for bees. An aviary for shorebirds and things like that. And we'll have it span this jungle jungle environment, and probably add in a small beach somewhere for our more beachy birds. And over here, I was going to put the dodo exhibit, but somebody else made the point that dodos are not Caribbean, which is a very good point. They're from Mauritius Islands, which is over in the Pacific. I can't remember if it's the Pacific / Indian Ocean by Africa or somewhere else. This is terrible. I don't remember, but it's the Pacific, not the Caribbean / Atlantic. So we'll figure out something else to put here. We might put a butterfly house or something like that, focusing on, with the butterfly house and the aviary, focusing on migratory animals as well. That would be really cool, because a lot of birds and butterflies overwinter from North America down in the Caribbean, which would be really fun to do. So, oh, there's a lot of bamboo. We'll have to clear that out too. That kind of rhymed. So over in this little watery area, we'll have some coastal sharks. I know we have a shark tank over in the ocean diver area of the Oceanarium, but we might have some sharks, maybe something else. I was going to say sea snakes, but I remembered that they're not Caribbean either. So it's a little bit limiting, but you know, we'll have fun with it. And you know, maybe there will be some buried treasure around that the pirates want you to find for them. And you'll have to decide whether or not you want to keep it or give it to the pirates or something like that. That would be really cool. And then over here, why am I going so slow? I don't know. That's an excellent, oh, that's because I removed all my armor. That would explain that. Over here, there's caves in this mountain. And if you remember, we found a lot of pugs around on this island. And we are going to build them a little pirate pug hideout. Which means that we'll probably have to give the teleporter jobs to a different organism instead of the pugs. Hi! Hello, Chocobo. Hello, I don't have any glacials to feed you. I'm sorry, but you're beautiful. So, you know, we're gonna outfit this mountain for the pirate pugs. And this is coming back to me. I think we might have gone through this before, but you know, it's good to remind ourselves and to say, this is what we're gonna do next, and that's going to be the stingray exhibit. And then over here, we're gonna have a piratey graveyard that we'll probably build somewhere around Halloween. And the wall will continue all the way to the mountain as well. That's something to keep in mind. I've stopped working on the wall at the moment. It's a lot of work. So yeah, there we go. What, elderberries? I don't think I have any elderberries. Lollipop plant. Wow, that's pretty cool. There's a ton of butterflies here, you guys. There's so many different things. And I've been trying to think of other animals that we could put in. I oscillate between thinking this is a really small space and this is a space that I can't fill. So I want it to be busy and bustling. And I want it to be full of so many things to do and so many exhibits to see and learn from. And I'm still working on the pirate storyline. I'm kind of thinking that this was a place that was invaded by pirates, but they decided that they were tired of pillaging and plundering and all those piratey things, but they were still outlaws because they were pirates. So they decided to settle and make nice with the townspeople, and in return for protecting this little place, they were allowed to live here, kind of a thing. So they're outlaws, they're kind of good pirates, but they're still pirates. And the town that was here was running exhibits for visitors and things like that. It's getting a little bit complicated, but please let me know what you think about that. It makes a little bit more sense, because otherwise, why would the pirates be setting up animal exhibits when they kind of conquered this town and things like that? And it doesn't really make sense otherwise, except for, you know, pirates got tired of pillaging and plundering and settled the town, and the townsfolk had already had this little zoo thing set up, I guess. So again, if you guys have any suggestions or anything like that, please let me know. If anybody has a better backstory idea than what I just came up with, again, please let me know. The next exhibit that we'll be working on is a stingray exhibit over here, which we will need to clear out, and actually we could probably start doing that now. Oh, where am I going? We're going over here. So I also need to determine what species we want to put in, because that will help say how big of an area we need. There we go. I really don't want to be suffocated by falling sand. So that's a terrible idea. And I don't recommend it because I've done it before. So there we go. Ta-da! It's mostly safe. Yeah, okay. So, well, also, I want to preserve a lot of these mangroves, but we'll take out some of the ones that are short, like this awkward one. We'll somewhat level this hill, and we'll add in a walkway to the town and things like that. So many things, you guys. So much dead grass to punch. Oh, we could use these. I like the sea sandworts. They're kind of cute. And they're tiny, too. Hey. There we go. Actually, we can stick a sandwort there and a sandwort here. Just to be cute. But I don't want any of this dead grass. It looks kind of like everything's dead. So next time we'll go on a quest to collect some sand, not sand, clams and sand, and see if we can't silk touch them with the sand to keep them intact. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am so excited to get started on the, what is it? I'm so excited to get started on the stingray exhibit. It started with an S, is the stingray exhibit. So it's going to be fun. I am excited, even though I couldn't remember the name. So we're gonna stay in here because it's getting to be nighttime. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time when we hunt for clams. Bye.